We're live.
Hello, and welcome everyone to Screams of the Sun, the Changing Breeds Chronicle. We are running here on Final Show Films. We are Julia and Casey, and we will be your storyteller for the evening. I'm joined by a wonderful cast of friends and role players who let me mentally and emotionally abuse them. I will say every couple of weeks to this point. And we wanted to film it for you all and put it on the internet. So we will start our introductions today with a fellow disciple of Pinkie Pie, Siobhan.
Hi, I'm Siobhan. I'm also eating a cookie. I am playing Dr. Clover McKee, who is a Korax on Lost.
Don't make me turn this car around. Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Chris Valarius, who is a Nuisha.
Have you ever seen me and Wonder Woman in the same room before? Katie.
Though if you ask my daughter, I can climb walls. My name is Katie. I'm playing Carrie Nichols, who is a Korax Hamid, Hermetic Order of Swift Light.
I got the chainsaw. What's next? Drevian.
I think there's 3 chainsaws out in the garage. Anyways.
Only 3?
I think 3. I can only think of 3. There might be more. We don't use chainsaws a lot. Anyways, I'm Drevian. I play Connor McLaughlin, a Coelacanth Bastet.
Yeah, we're not getting that security deposit back. Shawnee or William?
Hi,
Definitely not after the
William
chainsaws.
Or Shawnee. Yeah, it's because of the chainsaws. And I am playing Callisto Osborne, the Hamid Uzmati Gural.
Not because of the chainsaws, it's because of the seeping that the chainsaws cause.
It is near impossible to get all of the blood out of a wood floor.
Much less bile.
Speaking of bile,
Some things are forever.
as always,
Speaking
Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. We are going to have a politics-free podcast tonight, just because we have enough shit going on in our lives. We can put all of that in a box and pretend to be animals for a little bit. I know you're not pretending, sweetie. So I have some good news stories for everyone because the world is on fire, literally. So, an astonishingly well-preserved sword has been uncovered in England, among other grave goods that are helping to reveal critical details about the Anglo-Saxons. Dating back to the 6th century, it was found in a cemetery for high social status individuals that's being kept secret from the public due to the value, both historical and monetary, of the site.
Okay, wait a second.
No. Don't take the years old sword out of the graveyard. It's there for a fucking reason.
What he said.
It's just like when they're like, "Oh, we found this coffin at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and we've removed it." And you're like, "No, it's there for a goddamn reason."
Like, out of all of the things you could have done, why was that number one? Why was that the priority?
That was Dio's coffin. Okay.
Like, this reeks of Clover bullshit. Send Clover to a secret cemetery in England. She's going to dig up the sword and take it home.
Oh.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Also, notably, the sword's in surprisingly good condition. Like, that feels like it's magic, too.
Yeah, that's because all of the curses on it are keeping it from garnering rust and dust and that sort of shit.
I just want to remind everyone that Connor promised that he'd bring Clover to Ireland for Samhain, and England's just a hop skip. Just a reminder.
The demons don't like it when they get dusty.
Now I've got something to look for in England.
It's that moment of look up, where's Clover?
Touching something she probably shouldn't be. Gray seal colonies are flourishing along England's coast after being absent or scarce for years. Thousands of pups are born every year along beaches that are closed to the public in winter. Something which one seal warden described as Britain's greatest wildlife safari. Even though Lower England is one of the most densely populated regions on the planet, there are places one can see megafauna gather in numbers one would expect to see in Africa.
Is the curse on the sword upright?
I was about
seals?
to say that. It was the curse on the sword was keeping the seals down. Clover did you all a favor.
Oh, now we have Selkies. That's how you get Selkies.
I see no issue with this.
Didn't say there was one.
Following 3 rounds of chemotherapy, a 2-year-old Englishman has become the youngest patient ever treated with nanoknife technology. This still experimental cancer treatment helps to neutralize tumor sections via electrical currents. George from Camden was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma, a cancer of the liver and bile duct last year. Dr. Sam Godfrey, science engagement lead at Cancer Research UK, spoke to the BBC about the treatment, calling it cutting edge and explaining how it uses electrical currents to ensure surgeons get a better margin of clearance around a tumor.
All right, but did they find the nano knife in a cemetery?
See, I'm just appreciating that this surgeon referred to the technology as cutting edge.
Yes. I asked the
I'm
timeline. We've all seen
appreciating
it.
I'm appreciating the fact that they referred to a 2-year-old as an Englishman.
Englishman.
I mean,
There's a number of stories that I can think of that an Englishman would be a specific brand of person. With
I
a
mean,
specific scent.
Have you seen the way British children are depicted in most movies? I don't care if they're 6 months old. They're Englishmen.
I still think one of the greatest videos I've ever seen was the baby babbling with an Italian accent and doing this.
It's clearly genetic.
It's clearly genetic.
And lastly, a study looking at the bearers of artificial hearts found that a subset of them can regenerate heart muscle tissue, the first time such an observation had ever been made. It may open the door to new ways to treat and perhaps someday cure heart failure, the deadliest non-communicable disease on Earth. The results were published in the journal's Circulation. A team of physician scientists at the University of Arizona's Heart Center in Tucson led a collaboration of international experts to investigate whether heart muscles can regenerate.
Did they by chance give them a cursed sword to see if they would regenerate?
I was gonna say that's like
Clover out here solving so many problems. You're all so welcome.
I'm Lords.
I have to apologize for this because my mic is not built for music, but say that you once bought a heart or new corneas.
Yes, I approve.
Oh, a couple of bright lights in a dark and dim world. And now to the world of darkness.
That we as the people we are then proceed to mercilessly mock.
We're not mocking.
If I'm not laughing, I'm crying. So, but last episode, Clover returned to her residence to find Percy in an unmarked, unaddressed, or an unmarked brain. It's all in front of us. Why can we not read?
A box with no return address.
A box with no return address, which contained a black leather-bound journal that would later be confirmed as a hunter's field guide from the 17th century. Carrie and Connor wrapped up Carrie's date with Donovan. Crystal handed Aaron Partis to Drinks the River, and the menagerie met at Callisto's house to discuss what Clover had received and the next steps in their investigation. Ringtail made a grand entrance while covered in blood. The rest of the night devolved into a series of slice-of-life-style shenanigans before being interrupted by thunder pounding on Callisto's door. She informed the group that someone had taken Icebreaker. There was a white panel van, a large werewolf-like creature, and the attackers used deer slugs. And after that revelation is where we will be picking up, with Thunder still shaken within Callisto's doorway.
We actually ended later than that. Crystal had gone off in the bitchmobile. Katie's character was flying after him.
You were right.
I was driving very slowly and carefully, and I'm still blanking on character's name. Siobhan's character's car.
Clover.
Sean, Callisto was heading to the cairn
with Thunder.
With Thunder.
Where did I drive off to?
Towards Endron.
Cool. I'm sure I had
Endron.
a reason for it.
Because that's where we're pretty sure Endron's the ones that took Icebreaker.
Right.
And you're going to sneak in.
Right.
And that was coming behind you, making sure you didn't do anything stupid.
I should have planned over the last 3 weeks.
You.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Cannot wait.
Fine. Oh no, I remember. Okay, yep, nope, we're good. We're fine. This is not going to go bad at all.
I can't remember what was.
Never underestimate how badly I can fuck something up.
Why be part of the problem when you can be the entire problem?
So, storyteller, where do we pick up?
We are going to pick up with Callisto and Thunder. As the two of you are driving to the Sept, Thunder is vibrating in her seat. But has stayed quiet.
Got something you want to say?
I have plenty of things I'd like to say, but none of them to you.
You got something you want to say to me?
We got in trouble and you were the first one I thought of to turn to. Someone that I am generationally maligned against. And I know we had a nice moment when you healed my dislocated shoulders, but other than that...
Which, to be fair, I did cause.
I caused things, let's be honest here.
But you came to me because you know I don't turn away those in need of help.
I feel that they are onto something or doing something that we don't know anything about. I've never seen a Garu look like that before. Even Spirals I've never seen look like that before.
Question for the storyteller.
Yes.
Have I ever seen a werewolf? I know you saw the cloud situation, or where we described the cloud situation. But...
No. That is not a thing that Callisto has encountered in her time.
The worm creates all kinds of abominations.
I should have been able to protect them. I should have been able to stop them from taking Icebreaker.
You can't do everything at once.
Well, not doing everything turns into doing nothing very quickly.
And that is why you need to be able to keep your focus directed. If you know what you're supposed to be doing, you can focus on doing that instead of trying to figure out what you could be doing.
I don't know how we're gonna keep Doom of the Mountain from just choosing to overrun Sacramento.
Because I'm going to make him listen to me on the back of everything that the Garou Nation owes to my people.
They took one of our own. Good
Yeah.
luck getting him to listen.
And we're going to get him back without him dying. Because I know if the Garou just charge into Sacramento, it ends in Icebreaker's death.
We have a few sneaky, very, very. We have a few pups who are very good at not being seen. So,
And are you willing to let them go off on their own and potentially get captured and have more missing werewolves?
no, if I'm being honest. Because
Yeah.
whatever took them is just going to use them for something.
Yeah. So you're going to let me and my group handle this, and you will be within calling range for when we need the heavy artillery.
I don't care. Just do whatever it takes to get Icebreaker back.
That's what I'm going to do. You've got potential. Don't waste it.
I have strength, and that's it. That's the only thing I have.
Yeah, and that's the thing you don't have to spend time building. And that means you can focus on building up other strengths. You got the power. Now you just need the wisdom and the foresight.
Born on the under the wrong moon for that.
Don't let yourself be defined entirely by the circumstances of your birth. You'll note we changed a little bit of that on our own.
What are you in this for?
I'm in this to help as many people as I can.
Very altruistic of you.
Well, you don't get a reputation like mine by turning people away when they come to you. And I've had about enough of standing aside as the world kicks people while they're down. I see it every night in my dreams. It wasn't just that the Goral were attacked. It's that nobody stood up when it started happening. And to be fair, that's on the Goral as well. They were too slow to fight back.
But I was told they never chose to fight back.
And that's honorable of them. Because they could have done a lot.
It was
But
foolish.
I think the cost is laid bare.
Pacifism is a fool's errand.
Pacifism is incredibly nice when there's a situation where you can afford not to fight. I prefer to pick my battles.
And you're picking this one then. The Sept will thank you. The Sept will thank you regardless of whether you succeed or not. I do not hold the same predilections.
Good, because I don't want thanks for failure.
Icebreaker's not allowed to die yet.
And neither are you.
Can't. I haven't. He's just not allowed.
That goes for you too.
It's my duty to die for Gaia.
Not here. You pick the place of your death and you make sure it costs more. You don't throw yourself away. Dying means you can't keep fighting.
Dying to save someone would be worth it.
Well, I can't argue that point. Living to save more people would be more worth it. Don't settle for dying when you could win.
I think your yogi meditation bullshit might be right.
I have centuries of my ancestors' memories to tell me where they went wrong.
And I have nothing but memories of the faults of my ancestors.
We're both in the same boat. Learn from it. That's what makes us different. Don't just follow it blindly just because what your ancestors did. Learn how to be better.
It's about this time you guys pull into the parking lot for the forest into where the sept is located.
Let's start by being better here, she says as she throws it into parking and starts to get out.
As you step out, Twin Rivers breaks the tree line. Oh, good, I didn't know you were going to get her. Hi, nice to see you.
Take me to Doom of the Mountains.
Yep. If I may, Lady of Greenwood, I know why we're on alert. Why are you here?
Because I've got some information that you're all gonna need, and I need to extract a promise from Doom of the Mountains in exchange for it.
Alrighty. That sounds above my pay grade. So let's go. And he proceeds to lead you in further into the woods. And it's always funny when you visit. It's sort of like you turn a corner and get lost, and then you're in the cairn.
Yep.
And that familiar sight of those 4 massive redwoods comes into view. And Doom of the Mountain is sitting in lupus form at the foot, just staring straight at the entrance. And locks eyes with you the moment you cross the threshold.
Callisto just walks straight over.
Thunder will follow. Doom of the Mountains takes a step forward and then stands as he shifts back into his Homid form. Well, what have you got for me? I know you're not here on normal business.
I know more about the situation regarding Icebreaker than you do.
Walk with me. And he leads you to a tent. and he pulls back the flap, walks inside, invites you and Thunder inside. It is very minimally, but there's very little stuff in here. Um, and it looks mostly made out of soft and comfortable things. If you had to guess, doesn't keep many possessions, doesn't spend a lot of time in his resting space. But he sits in one corner against several stacked blankets. Proceed.
Before I tell you what I know, I need your promise that you keep your wolves in check.
Are you questioning my authority?
I am acknowledging that the Guru are folk of action, and I am warning you that acting rashly will lead to the deaths not just of Icebreaker, but of an unknown number of kinfolk.
Acting swiftly is the only way we know how, so why don't you go ahead and spill what you know and we'll see.
No, I need your promise first.
He shoots a look to Thunder. And you see her straighten a little more. And she clears her throat. Doom of the Mountain, I stake my place and reputation on this, that you hear her out. If things go sideways and this doesn't go according to plan whatsoever, I will be stripped of my titles, my deed name, and I will leave. Doom in the Mountain sits and thinks for a moment. All right. I will keep my pups in check and make sure that nobody fires off loose cannon like.
Good. I will hold you to that. And considering the history of our people, I feel like it would be the greater dishonor to break that promise at this point.
Well,
Are you familiar with what the rest of the changing breeds have been doing in this region?
I
Are you
can't
even aware?
I can't say I was really aware there were too many of you all to begin with, but
There are enough. Enough for us to do our jobs as we're meant to. Be the people that aren't charging in, breaking everything. We've been investigating a particular company, possibly with ties to Pentax. Uncertain.
you see him sit a little straighter at that word.
We haven't confirmed that connection, but it seems pretty likely at this point. But in the line of this investigation, we've come across a spate of missing kinfolk. Have you and yours lost track of any?
I can't say whether we've lost anyone or not. I don't think we have.
I would check with your record keepers on whether any have not been heard from in the past few weeks.
I'll get you that information.
The point being, it seems likely that a number of these kinfolk have been captured, misused by this company. Which is why I say that charging in not only threatens Icebreaker's life, but also an unknown number of kinfolk. And from our current experience, they've all been Guru kinfolk.
Interesting. If what you're saying is true, then this goes way further than our cairn.
It does. In fact, the first kinfolk we found that were missing were not of your kin. Not directly, anyway. But all of this seems to be in an effort towards digging up areas of importance. In particular, the thing buried under Trinity Lake.
Pyramid Peak.
Buried under Pyramid Peak.
All right. Okay. Shit. And you and yours have a plan.
At the moment, our current plan is to find a way to retrieve Icebreaker and any others that we can without being noticed.
You better damn well hope they bring him back.
Well, considering one of ours is a Nuisha, they're a dab hand at it.
And with that, the camera will shift. Crystal,
Mm-hmm.
you are. Where is Crystal headed specifically?
The bar. The bar where the employees tend to go when they are
Okay.
on break, lunch, pre-work, after work.
The gathering spot.
Yep. You are easy enough able to walk in.
Okay. Is there a group of people who look like they're people from the place?
There are a few individuals in who are still fully in their blazers and suit coats and whatnot. A lot of people in button-up shirts. And there is actually roll me perception and alertness, difficulty 7, please.
Nope.
Giovanni, just saw your message. I sent a response. We'll deal with that in a minute. So yeah, you are noticing it's not too long to eavesdrop and hear somebody say the name Endron. So it's about 5 minutes of being in the bar when you hear that.
Okay. On just 1 second
Yep.
here. If I look to the person, do I see their belt, etc., wherever, a lanyard, whatever the case may be, security badges.
Roll me another perception alertness. Difficulty 6.
3.
3. You can see at least 2 of them have the little belt clippy. One has a lanyard sticking out of a jacket that they have thrown over the back of their seat.
Okay. All right. I am going to
And Carrie, you are also here at this time.
Yes. I am outside
Okay.
being a bird.
Undercover surveillance. Got it.
Yes.
what is guy number 3? I doesn't matter which one of the ones with the belt, not the lanyard.
Okay.
What is he drinking?
Whiskey.
All right, I am going over to the bar. I am ordering a double shot.
Okay.
I am carrying it over, and in how best to put this? In the most in the trashiest way possible.
Okay.
I am going to walk over next to him, lean over table, set it down, say for you, and while I have their attention on that and whatever parts may be drawing their attention, I am using Emperor's clothes to just snag that lanyard.
The belt clip.
Yep, or the belt clip. Yeah,
Okay.
the badge.
All right. And you can
Right,
just do that.
Emperor, right? The Emperor's clothes is just you just take an item off.
I
someone.
do roll. No, I do have to make a roll.
Okay.
It is Dex larceny versus their Dex athletics.
Is it a opposed roll or is it difficulty of their?
No, it's a difficulty of.
Oh, 5.
Okay, cool. Dex and my larceny is. Oh, okay, fair enough. God damn it. And I'm spending willpower.
Okay.
Good. This is you rolling.
5.
Hey.
4.
4 successes. Yeah.
And it is palmed into the back pocket and
Like butter.
yep.
Connor,
back pocket.
what are you? Where were you in this whole thing?
Are you talking to me?
Connor.
Connor pulls up several minutes later and gets outside and sees through the window. It's like, I'm just gonna wait for it to come back out.
You see Carrie hopping around.
Carrie sees Cotter and like goes over and like pecks at his shoe.
Is Crystal exiting the bar after?
No, I will go back. I will sit down, have a couple drinks, and then I want to leave before that group exits,
Okay.
and I want to find a spot. Like, is there between the bar and the Endron, is there like an alleyway or something I can be standing
Yes. If
Okay.
if you exit, go to the left, take another left, and then take another left, you will be behind the building.
in? Okay.
And technically behind Endron as well, but behind the building.
So here is my ultimate goal. I'm going to find a spot that I know that they will be walking past,
Okay.
and as they do, I'm just going to step into the group and then use Salaryman, which is you become a forgettable face in a crowd no matter how you look, as long as you are in a group of humans. Which means the difficulties to spot me in a group of any 3 or more people increases by 3. Technically, this gift is always active. I'm just pointing it out now. So as soon as they walk by, I'm going to just step into the group and I'm going to walk into the fucking place with them and use that badge to get past security.
Okay.
I would point out that you're going in the alley behind Endron. There is a camera. And Crystal would know this because we've been in that alley before.
I don't know if Salaryman fools cameras or not.
Well,
it just makes it harder to recognize me. So that, I mean, it'll see me there.
if
Yeah,
she just
you will be there, but it'll be harder for anyone watching the cameras
So,
to
like,
pick you out. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Or-
put this in the most sensitive way that I can. Because there's it's an alley in the middle of a city in the world of darkness. If there is not a trashy looking person sitting or standing in one,
That's fair.
then I'm concerned about what's in that alley.
Or counterpoint to all of this, we make it moot if Carrie follows Crystal to that alley, finds the camera, and then just picks the shit out of it.
Yeah, but that puts security on the alert. Like,
Natural
when
disaster.
cameras go down, people start suspecting. This is why I fucking hate it in any of those like espionage type movies where they
When they
just start
disable
like
cameras.
disabling cameras or like putting gum over the camera or spray painting it, because that doesn't stop them.
Or-
Like,
Or I could just perch on the camera and just like look into the camera and just be like
I mean, you could do that too.
Yeah,
a bird in one of those
just-
wildlife documentaries.
Bird being curious about camera.
Yep.
they have no way to prove that bird was you, especially in a court of law.
Look, I look like all the other birds, okay? You can't tell us apart.
Now I desperately want to see a trial where the defendant is just a crow.
Listen, that
I'm not
bird is
pic- I'm
probably
not
going to get
picturing-
off.
I'm not picturing the 2 women screaming at cat meme, but it's just a crow.
It's two Endron security guards screaming at the crow. Get off the camera.
Listen, it's shiny, okay? I'm a crow. Things happen.
I mean, a bird attacking a CCT camera. Yeah, that's definitely something new. I say with all the sarcasm in the world. But yes, through some shenanigans, you are able to get Crystal slipped right into the group. Callisto's about 30 miles away.
And also would never be able to hide herself in a group.
No,
I mean, if you somehow learn this gift, yes. Because let me specify how extreme it can be. The Noisha's at home in any crowd, just another forgettable face, even if she's bleeding from the gut and wearing a clown mask.
I don't know if I'm able to learn Nuisha gifts.
Probably not, and we wouldn't teach you.
Like even if you were willing to teach me, I don't think I am capable of learning them.
Well, you could, in theory. We won't teach you it, but you could technically.
Teach it to Clover. Absolutely nothing will go wrong.
No.
Oh God. Well, Clover's gonna disappear in a group anyway. She's like what, 3 feet tall?
Or 11.
I taught Clover this gift, and then suddenly, like half of all the politicians disappeared. I don't know what happened.
I swear to God, like Clover is that kid at Disney World where it's like when you're holding her hand and then you look over and it's like a bag and you're like, oh no.
My thought is like, it's like, oh, we can learn Nuisha gifts. Good thing I don't need taught.
I mean, no, you still
Bassette's-
definitely have to learn them.
Oh yeah, but Bassette's learn like kind of just steal them from others though.
God, that's such a cat thing.
Yeah, steal a long-held secret from the Nuisha. See what that gets you.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll go well.
Does the
No,
cat
no.
like thinking?
You won't die until they're ready for you to die.
it will make you dead in the most hysterical fashion.
I think there'd be a piano involved somewhere from a building.
Or an anvil.
Maybe an
And
anvil.
One,
Maybe a giant firecracker strapped to your back. I don't know. It'd be some Looney
you
Tunes shit.
100% would not be wearing pants when you were dead.
As your local funeral professional, I hate that image. Thank you.
Anyway, Crystal, you managed to slip into the Enjon building and through security. No fuss, no mess.
Perfect. Now I just have to figure out where to go from here.
It's a great plan. Everything's going great.
Nobody said this was that we didn't have time to plan this
I know.
out.
I know. I'm
Plan? What's a plan? We're
If Crystal-
changing breeds.
apparently whatever you're making up as you go along.
If Crystal does anything but fire from the hip, we have to determine that she's been possessed by the worm.
Yes, that is your indication that I have been kidnapped, and you're dealing with my clone, who isn't actually me.
I believe we have at least some inkling, based on the amount of security and like a few other tidbits we've learned, that down is an important direction.
Yes, no, well, 100%. I'm gonna follow this group as just to see where they go. And I'm going to keep going until I see a security person.
Other than the one directly at the entrance by the metal detector?
Other than the one directly, like somebody inside moving around.
Okay. So the people will. The first place everyone goes is the elevators. They start getting off at random floors. Most of these people, first 5 floors.
Is there a point where I am alone in the elevator?
After floor 7, yes.
Okay. I am going to actually, when the last person exits, I'm on floor 7 up.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a camera in this elevator?
No. Not that you.
I am going to. Okay, perfect. I am going to hit all. Once they're gone, I
Mhm.
do the kid thing,
Oh my god.
and I just boom all the way down because this is going to give me enough time to scramble my way onto the roof of the elevator.
Oh my god.
The amount of times I have had to actively stop my body from doing that because someone else decided we need to press all the buttons is I can count on more than one hand. So you light up the entire row, and that's 30 floors. You've got another 23 floors before it hits the top.
Cool.
So you
So I'm
have
climbing up top.
plenty of time.
Yep.
Give me Dex and Athletics, difficulty 6.
Okay. I should have a Dex Athletics in here. Difficulty 6. Oh yeah, 3.
Oh yeah, right up there. So you spider monkey your way up into the top of the elevator. While
Why is
going on,
your dex 7?
Oh shit! I'm on my Manabojo form. Thank you. That I should re-roll that.
can't fix this thing so easily because I am not using a computer.
2.
Still.
Yep.
There. Meanwhile,
And I carefully put the thing. I crack it. I still want to be able to hear what's going on down there, and I'm just gonna wait.
Crystal and Carrie, what are you two doing while Crystal is currently in infiltration mode? You all see her step into this crowd, and because you are not mundane people, you can see her walk. She literally steps out of the alleyway, starts walking with these people, and walks right into Endron and does not come back out.
So you said Crystal and Carrie. I'm assuming you meant Connor and
Connor.
Carrie.
Connor and Carrie, yes. Thank you. All
Question.
the names.
So on the Indron building, is it all just like a sheet of glass with no ledges? Are there any things to perch on, or is it just like straight?
Each
Straight
one of
up?
the windows are recessed about 4 inches.
Marvelous. Okay. So once Carrie goes in and once Crystal goes in, Carrie is just going to start looking through the windows just to see what she can see.
Give me perception and alertness, difficulty 6.
Okay. I have a feeling a bird flying into there would be like have people talking. Perception and alertness, difficulty 6.
But a bird flying into an office building is not an unheard of thing.
We'll see where this goes.
It is a thing that sparks an immediate panic in everyone on that floor, though.
Yeah. Damn it. No, that's not gonna work.
That's a botch.
No, it's not.
No, it's
There
not.
is- there is an 8 in there.
Okay. So nothing actually better. You go through a few floors and you get caught off guard because as you perch at one of these windows, Donovan walks right by it.
Yeah, that's my attention.
And
So it's like, is there another window to where he's going, or is he walking out of like window?
no, you can follow him.
Okay.
You hop through a few different windows, keeping up with him, and finally, he walks into an office.
Okay.
And this appears to be his place because nobody is currently seated, and he just walks behind the desk and sits in the chair.
And anything of note in the office, or is it as unambitious as he is?
There are a few personal knickknacks. There's an autographed football from someone. There is a mounted, surprisingly, a mounted Master Chief helmet on a shelf on the other side of the room. And a few other small decorative pieces. The big like personalization thing that you see is him and an older woman, him hugging the older woman from behind, and them both being on some beach somewhere.
Okay.
They bear a striking resemblance to each other.
Probably mom. Can I make out any, like, are there any documents, any posters, like any plans that I can, like, does he have any like plans rolled out on his
There are currently 2 different sets of blueprints of something.
Mhm.
The top one is an object that comes. It is triangular shaped.
Mhm.
And then the other one looks to be some sort of map.
Okay. Do they look familiar?
The map, just from where you're seeing it, like that section is California.
Okay. What's his general vibe? Like, does he look stressed? Does he look
He looks
Well-
tired.
tired? Anybody else coming or going from the office?
Not to him, no.
He doesn't suddenly have the air of a scheming supervillain.
No. He doesn't get anybody coming to him for about 10 minutes of you sitting there. And then someone comes in, asks a few questions, shows him some papers. He signs something, hands it back to them, and they leave. Depending on how long you stick around, you'll see this happen a few times.
At any point, does he notice that there's a bird watching him, or is he just too is he too rigged up in work?
There is a moment he does look out and see the bird and just sort of dismiss it, and then about 10 minutes later, he turns around to see the bird still there, and
Mhm.
kind of like tilts his head.
That's when it's like, that's my cue to go. So I'm not saying anything interesting. Nothing of note. Question, can I'm gonna mess this name up. Can I totem phone while I'm in bird?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna call Chris. Speak to Chris because everybody can hear me. Speak to Crystal. Crystal, where are you?
I'm in a tight, uncomfortable place. Don't worry, I put myself here. Why? What's up?
I was just curious because I'm keeping an eye on things outside the building, and I was looking for you or
Oh,
anything.
you're not going to see me. I There are no windows where I am.
Where I'm
You're the-
going, we don't need windows.
So you're either in a storage closet or the elevator or a coffin.
Or a number of other places that are very high security and they don't want random people peeking into. I'm in the elevator.
Or a trash can.
Yes. Or
Says a
potentially a
ringtail.
trash can. But I'm not.
Have you seen anything interesting? Because I certainly haven't.
At the moment, not incredibly. There's a couple people on there. There's a couple people going up to the next level and are just kind of awkwardly staring at each other right now. I don't know if they know how to be in an elevator and follow a basic etiquette protocols. One of them just stepped inside and then didn't go and take his place. He's just standing in front of the door. He may be a monster. I'm considering shooting him in the head.
Don't shoot in the elevator, it ricochets.
This one's a vampire. I just know it. Nobody does that. He's worm spawn. You can't prove me wrong.
It's fine. I'm not going to. But no, I'm waiting until I wait until it takes me where I want to go.
Connor, what are you currently doing?
So when Crystal came out of Godigo to join in the group, Connor went into the pharmacy, like went up and upstairs or like into a secluded area of the pharmacy, and would have switched into cat form. And it's just kind of been milling around outside and drawn, listening, listening to any groups like coming or going from the doors.
Wasn't one of you going to because your place is here and you had the ability to keep watch from the Umbra?
I could, but until I don't, Connor doesn't think about that because we're not doing something related to the spiritual part yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd only be a view of above ground.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah,
that's going to happen. It's going to be below ground, out of view in the Umbra.
It's one of two places. It's either all the way down or all the way up. Nobody puts their secret holding cells for Guru on the 3rd floor.
Tell that to the Shinra company with their weird science lab prisoner buildings being on floor 63 out of like 80 or so.
Okay, but that's high and up enough. Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
nobody accidentally goes to the 63rd floor. People might accidentally go to the 3rd floor just wandering into the place.
go ahead.
But yeah, Connor's mainly hanging around the front door of Endron and like to maybe side doors, kind of eavesdropping on people coming and going.
Perception alertness difficulty 7.
Alertness 7. 2 successes.
You're hearing a lot of chatter about a newly approved contract is gonna start causing overtime to happen. You're also hearing a lot of legal jargon from a few of these individuals. And then one of the big things that really stands out is 2 individuals in both in the plainest of white button-ups and black pants. You can hear them arguing or discussing drill bits. And one of the things that is they're currently bickering over whether an ally of gold or an ally of silver will be more beneficial in the construction of the drill that they are working on.
That's filed away for later. Connor's current concern is the infiltration and the guru. So,
You're not hearing any rumors about a secretly kidnapped individual showing up on any floors.
Storyteller, this may sound strange, but bear with me. Is there like a door on like a side door or a back door on the ground floor that would give access to like the below ground floors?
Potentially, yes. Connor and Crystal mentioned that when they went up from the sewer entrance, there is a door out to the back alley from that room.
There's also a stairway down.
Yeah, and a stairway down.
And I have a question. Is Electrum effective against both or neither of its normal targets? Electrum being the alloy of gold and silver
Right.
that occurs naturally in nature.
Alloys generally from a spiritual sense destroy the purity of what it is, so it would work against neither.
Okay.
Yeah, you need
Because it's not just the
that.
physical. It's not just the physical aspect of, it's chemical composition. Like the whole point is the spiritual aspect of it.
Though Electrum does occur naturally in nature, so I don't know if that
Interesting.
might have.
It does, but it's not the same.
It needs to be pure.
But,
Crystal.
Hmm?
Or
Yeah.
Edie,
go ahead. No, go
Okay.
ahead.
You reached the top floor.
Okay.
Are you exiting from your position, or are you going?
So who is currently in the elevator when it hits the top floor? Is there anybody in it yet?
No, there's no one at the top floor.
Okay. Huh. Does the door just open standard? Like, it doesn't require some kind of weird security or anything like that.
There is a sound that you hear, sort of like, and there is a red flashing X beside the 30th floor number.
Dope. I will. If I don't come out, tell somebody something. And I am going to try and drop over or switch over to the across the gauntlet.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Welcome to Worm Hell.
On the 30th floor?
I mean, this entire building was like surrounded by worm shit, and there was like a big watcher on the outside. So who knows what the inside looks like?
It'll be fine. I can handle it.
Difficulty for crossing the gauntlet here is 8.
Okay. I am spending a willpower, so we'll see how this goes. Not pool mod. The other one. There we go.
Hey.
I mean, that's 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Yeah, you cross the gauntlet, and immediately everything feels awful.
Figure that was going to be the case. I am. Is it? Am I still restricted by the wall? The door to the elevator?
On this side, there is no door to the elevator.
Cool. I'm stepping through.
And when you slide down into the elevator, you see what Connor was talking about when he described and drawn originally, every piece of wood or metal in here has been replaced with decaying bone or some other organic type of material, and the walls are literally breathing. And everything smells of death and decay. Going
Well,
further
my
into the top,
therapist can bill with me for this later. I'm just kidding. I don't have a therapist. I'm a shape changer.
The first thing you notice walking into the top floor is that it is vacant. It is the most empty of floors, except for a single office.
Well, I mean, it's not neon, but it might as well be. Doopy 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 doop. Humming softly to herself as she saunters on to the office.
As you walk, two large weaver spiders start crawling down. This is the only place in this entire area that has been completely covered in the webs of the weaver.
Guns out, gun cocks. Not here for you. I have spirit speech, by the way.
Ah, okay.
I'm not here for you. Don't start nothing. Won't be none.
Let me just roll something real quick.
Face down, before I make your heart stop beating with my mind.
They let you pass unaccosted.
I start walking, I stop and go, you guys are from here.
Yes.
Where do they bring the wolves they capture?
Wolves live in the basement.
What's up here? What do they use up here for?
The big man.
The big man in? Thank you.
There is a
Over totem speak. Over totem
nod from this.
Over totem speech. All right. The wolves are down in the basement. I have a chance to have a meeting with the big guy.
And you're gonna do that on your own.
Clover.
Oh, that
Clover,
I'm not worried about.
Clover through
I
the
can
totem,
handle it, but
Clover through the totem phone goes burial or cremation.
listen, I have always wanted to jump out of the top story of a building backwards shooting a gun. So this is like bucket list shit for me.
How high up are you?
It's fine. It's yeah, I'm sure I'll find something springy.
How high up are you?
I don't know how many floors does this place have.
30.
I believe was the number.
I'll live.
But-
Yeah.
The point is, I am because we are part of a team.
I get to
I'm
pick
doing
your
the
carcass
team's
with
thing.
God?
I'm doing the team thing. No, you don't. That is not team privileges.
Cremation it is.
It's no. But I am doing the team thing and not making a unilateral decision.
Does anyone else have a way inside the Endron building but you right now?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm sure you guys could get in.
If somebody opens a door or a window, I'll be right in.
Without being spotted is my follow-up question.
Oh shit.
I'm
if
one
the
of
ans-
3 trickster shifters in this group.
because if the
Somebody
answer
else
is,
needs to be able to do this.
Because if the answer is no, you are the only one who can get Icebreaker out of there safely.
Should I at least try to spy and see who or what the big man is?
I'm assuming you're across the gauntlet right now because you're not currently being shot at.
I mean, there are a lot of places I could not be shot at. To be fair, there are a lot of places in the gauntlet that I could be getting shot at. So don't underestimate my ability to get people to shoot at me. But
Never have.
yes, I am across the gauntlet. I am at the top floor. I managed to get the 2 weaver spiders here to recognize my authority. And there is a single office that I am staring at right now.
You can safely glean any useful information from across the gauntlet. I would say do it and then get out of there and find Icebreaker.
Okay, cool. Bye. Oh, also, if I die,
Don't.
Clover gets the bitch mobile.
Oh, yes. So you're overturned.
Speaking of Clover, before we take our break.
Yep.
Crystal. Not Crystal. Callisto.
Oh.
Damn it, the C names.
We completely screwed you on that.
This was no planning either.
No,
None of us
just-
planned
that
on
is
this.
the wildest part about it. Everybody came up with their names individually.
Individually.
This is by Vex and Vax.
Like,
It's your Vex and Vac, but it's 5 of them.
Really, really, this is on you because you saw all the names coming in and you didn't go.
Did
Pete,
somebody pick a different name?
I'm a stoner in a system. I couldn't have put that thought process together.
okay, fair.
I could have. I didn't.
My other favorite thing is, besides the hard C names, is that both Corvids in the group have no experience being Corvid whatsoever.
I know.
Also not planned.
They're
Also
not planned at all.
Yes,
Which-
Clover.
I'm just a fan of.
Callisto, after your conversation with Doom of the Mountain.
Wasn't quite done with it for what it's worth.
Yes, we will return to that.
Yeah.
As you're having this conversation with Doom of the Mountain, there is a distinct thud, some swearing, and I'll get the landing one day outside the tent.
As a familiar voice can be heard.
Clover, are you going to come in or are you going to sit outside?
Let me reconnoiter. Give me a moment. You just hear like a grunt and she stands up and then just sweeps into the tent. I don't fly as fast as a car.
I'm surprised you went in my direction.
I am a little intimidated by Andron.
You are very quiet in your Clover voice.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am a little intimidated by Andron. I'm still very new to all this.
Hmm.
Perhaps my knowledge could be of better use here.
Indeed. In the important part here, Doom of the Mountain, is that I need 2 things from the Guru. We can't be everywhere at once. You have the numbers to raise security around the sites around Pyramid Peak and other vital locations where things are buried. I need you to make sure nobody digs anything up.
I can get a few patrols on it.
And 2, I need y'all to be ready because we're going to do this as quietly as we can for as long as we can. But there's going to come a point when things have to get loud, and that's when I'm going to need your help.
I don't think we'll have any problem helping you with that part.
Which is why I'm
good again.
begging you to keep your wolves on a tight leash until it is time to let them loose.
Everybody has been given the order to stay in the cairn until Icebreaker has returned. Other than patrols, the only ones that are allowed out are the patrols. Other than that, everybody's on lockdown.
I need a third thing.
She looks over at Clover.
His eyes split over to you.
I need I need to have a Lorax moment with your tree, please and thank you.
Why do you need to speak to the Great Spirit again?
Well, one, I can understand it this time. Two, I want to see if he read the Garfield comics that I gave him. And three, I need to ask him about forest fires. I also have several Calvin and Hobbes comics that I have cut out and brought for him.
I mean, he will confirm that only you can prevent them.
You see Doom in the Mountain kind of take everything in and just blink a few times.
Callisto looks over at Doom in the Mountains with significantly more levity than she's had in the past, 20 minutes, and is like, shrug.
Do you think the spirits would want to start a book club? I just got into a new series.
I'll let you talk to him.
And she's not even waiting for dismissal or anything, just out the tent.
And as Clover sprints into the middle of the cairn to talk with a gigantic tree spirit, that is where we will take our break for the evening. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around a little bit, do whatever you need to do, and we will be back in just a few minutes after these commercial messages.
We are back.
We're back. Siobhan had to step away for the night to handle some personal things, and we hope to see them back with us next session. So we will be skipping Clover's scene for tonight, and handling that at a different point in time. And this is just another reminder to everybody watching and everybody who may be listening into the future. Take care of yourself mentally, physically. The world is a trash fire right now, and you are doing your best just to survive it, and that's all you can do at this current moment.
Yep.
So, with that being said, Clover has run off. Doom of the Mountains turns his attention back to you. All right, increase patrols around Pyramid Peak and Pyramid Lake, and everybody on lockdown. Anything else I should know other than not storming all of burning all of Seattle to the ground?
Sacramento.
Or Sacramento. That's the second time I've done this campaign.
The enemy's got more knowledge than they ought to have, so keep eyes open. As you probably figured out when they showed up with guns and started capturing unknown werewolf.
They caught us off guard. I didn't know that. I guess they're working with some kind of spirals or something.
There's definitely an or something in there.
They don't look anything like spirals. They don't look anything.
So I gathered. And like I told Thunder, the worm creates all kinds of abominations.
Well, the sooner you get him back to us, the better. But I understand this is a delicate situation.
Yeah. And I'm the muscle, so usually I'm the one that comes in when things start to go bad. But I should probably at least be nearby so I can do that muscle thing.
All right. I don't quite reckon there's anything else to really discuss other than wait and see what happens.
I will send you a text when it's time to go apeshit.
He blinks a few times, and Thunder just goes, "You can text me."
I'm surprised that you know how to use a text better than he does.
Actively forced to learn how.
They taught you well.
It feels wrong and unnatural. But
yeah, but it's a fast method of communication, which is good for coordination. Many an army lives or dies based on how quickly messages can be sent.
all right, we look forward to your messages.
Don't do anything stupid. I'm
out. Anytime somebody says the words "do" and something stupid in the sentence, I immediately default to "I'm stupid, do me." From that TikTok.
Yep.
But you exit Doom in the Mountains tent, and the camera shifts back to our trio in the city, with Crystal currently at the demon's door, and Carrie and Connor attempting to find ways into the building.
She is flying around back. She's flying around to the side. She's checking if somebody's left a window open. Like, a dryer vent something.
Roll me a
Like-
D100.
Oh, roll you what?
A D100.
Oh, a D. How do I do that?
If you go to the little bar on the side where there's the D20 little symbol on the left side of the screen,
Yeah.
you can click that and it will pull up an array of die for you to use.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Yes, there is about 5 minutes after Crystal has told you that you need to get inside, somebody opens a window.
I know Callisto said without being noticed. But somebody opens the window and I'm going through it.
Okay. You thankfully have hit one of the points that isn't just an office along the wall
Mm-hmm.
and have come out into a sea of cubicles. Which you can hear typing, you can hear phones going off the hook, dozens of people talking at the same time. The thing that you can hear is that they're all repeating the same jargon. They're all repeating the same phone call.
You're in a call center.
I'm in a call center.
Yes. And across the room at the far end are a double set of doors for an elevator. There's also a door clearly marked stairs.
Are either one of these doors open?
The stairs one is propped open currently.
What did Crystal say what floor she's on?
30.
Yeah, she's at the top.
She's at the top.
Mhm.
Okay, can I beside the elevator, is there this is floor number whatever?
13.
13. Oh joy. I am
Cause a mass panic, flying, bolting straight for the stairway.
I I'm going to see, since the door is propped open to the stairway, how if I can squeeze through there.
Okay, give me Dex and Athletics, difficulty 6.
Oh, because this worked so well last time.
Make sure you're in bird form.
Difficulty 6.
2 successes.
Yay!
You manage to slip in, and as you do, your talons just sort of scrape the door, and that is just enough for it to tip just a little bit for the wooden block that is holding it to move slightly for the door to shut behind you.
Okay then. So I'm gonna fly. Is it like an open atrium of stairwells, or
Yes.
is it like you have to fly to the next floor, then fly? Okay. So I'm gonna go up as far as I can go in this open stairwell to try to get to the top.
That would be floor 25.
Okay.
The top 5 floors are less accessible. Top, yeah, top 5.
It's a work in progress. So when I reach the top, are there any other conveniently open doors?
No, not so convenient as previous.
As all that. Is there an air vent?
Yeah, there are several actually.
Is it a covered air vent?
There are 2 covered ones and 1 exhaust, which is not covered.
How easy would it be in bird form to remove a panel off one of the covered ones?
Fairly hard. You don't have the gift of opposable thumbs in your bird form.
Yeah, that's true. This could be a bad idea or it could be a great idea. Let's let's go in the exhaust fan.
Okay. You dive into that. Connor.
Connor just waits for someone coming or going from the main door and struts in.
The audacity of a cat.
Boring.
Go ahead and roll me Dex and Stealth, difficulty 8.
Dex. I already had one. Dex Stealth. Do I have anything that can help with this?
Jeremy, I just read your message in the Roll20, and that is 100% how that would go down. If we were making the movie version of this, that is how I would do that jump cut.
The equivalent of like I think it's the first it's one of the Indiana Jones movies where no, it's the third one where they have Indy captured and they're going out and they're like his friend Marcus, they're gonna go after him. He's like he knows every person from here to whatever you do, I guarantee he's far away. And then it cuts to him like bumbling around like a complete moron.
So 0 successes. Not a failure, or not a botch. But there is, you probably you get about 15 feet from the doorway and you are being picked up.
Oh no.
Looks up at the person picking me up.
Middle-aged gentleman, sort of starting to bald, Caucasian man, a heavy 5 o'clock shadow, just very gingerly holds you out like you are like to where you have to do the arm thing. Walks you outside and sets you on the ground.
Before the door can close, I just walk back in. Hop up on the security desk where someone would be monitoring the metal detector. That's the word I wanted.
Okay. Yeah, you hop right up, and the woman working the metal detector desk like pushes away from it. Cause suddenly cat, and that's a thing you don't have happen every day.
I walk across the keyboard.
For shits and giggles, roll me intelligence and computer.
Intelligence, computer.
Difficulty 6.
No successes on that either.
Okay. Yeah, you've hit a ton of random keys and a bunch of random stuff starts happening on the screen. You don't know if that was, you don't know if this is gonna be a detriment or has improved things, but all you know is you have pressed some buttons on the computer and the screens have done some weird stuff.
Just sauntering around the lobby.
There is a bit of a Benny Hill style chase going on for a good bit, trying to get you out. Is Connor just attempting to cause as much chaos as possible, or
Yep, I'm trying to distract security.
okay, awesome. Carrie,
Yes.
please give me strength and athletics difficulty 6. I know.
You know what? Strength and athletics?
Dex.
Dex. Why did I hear strength? Um.
Okay, you are able to cut through that current and push your way up. There is a bit of navigating that has to happen. You go through a few different tunnels and you're able to find your way up. There are a few that you have to backtrack because of the stereotypical spinning fans.
Yeah.
But eventually you can make your way to the 30th floor.
She is just listening carefully for any motherfuckers that are happening. Can I hear anything from the vents that sounds like Crystal?
Perception alertness difficulty 6. Crystal, give me Dex and stealth difficulty 6.
Notably, you wouldn't be able to because Crystal's
she's on the other
of
side.
the gauntlet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. No, you do not hear anything.
Waste of 3 successes. Okay, so I can't hear anything going on. Not even Crystal.
Yeah, it is silent out in the 30th floor.
Can I see anything?
There is. Are you exiting the vents or just still looking through to?
If I'm like looking out the vents, can I see anything?
You can see a single office. It takes up basically the back wall. And there is a big nameplate on the door. Dmitry Karlov, CEO.
I should mention, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
Crystal isn't waiting for anyone.
Hell yeah, okay.
Because nobody actually said they were coming in to meet her.
Nope.
So she's just moving. She's doing her thing.
While this has happened.
Yeah.
Can I send a message to Crystal through totem phone? It's like, I'm in the vents above Dmitry, what's his face's office.
Okay, I will get that whenever that happens. Because literally before you moved in the window,
she was
starting to move. But yeah, noted.
So backwards.
So I am going to creep up on the office. Is there any way to from the Umbral side to get in the office without having to open a door? Actually, is there even a door to open on the Umbral side?
There is not. This is a doorway that it is made of flesh in an arch. The reason you don't necessarily know entirely what's behind it is because there's kind of a white mist forming between in the arch.
To advance through the boss fog.
I was given the instruction to find out what I could. In other words, given permission to investigate.
Remember, it is always easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
This is true. It's even easier just to do it and not ask either. Do it, and then after when they start yelling at you, be unrepentant whatsoever. Yeah, I've got the overconfident flaw. I'm sticking my head in the way through the doorway. And
The
just
first thing,
because there's probably not going to be, well, no, we'll see. We'll see. I will stick my head just a little bit through.
okay.
So maybe I can do it subtly.
The first thing that hits you is the smell.
Okay.
It smells as if someone took motor oil, human remains, and skunk, and just rolled that together. The being sitting behind what used to be a desk at some point, is roughly 9 feet tall, hunched with multiple heads.
Does it see me yet?
What it is currently focused, all three faces looking directly at whatever it is messing with on the semblance of a desk.
Is there, I don't know, cult enigmas, something to guess at exactly
Yeah, you can roll me.
what I'm looking at? I'm assuming Fulmari of some kind, but
Yeah. Intelligence and cult difficulty 8.
okay. Do I not have an? Okay. And nope. The other O. That one. Nope. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no idea what the fuck that thing is. It's currently got one hand pressed into something and the other palm flat against the desk with one finger curved wildly up, and that is scribbling consistently.
I slowly pull my head back out and I take a moment to think. I think probably about
And
she's
this is
gonna think of for a few. So yeah, to line up times and everything.
while you are going through ideas, Carrie's message comes through.
Which was, I'm sorry, where are you? Or
As I just say, I'm in the vents above Dmitry Karlov.
Yep.
Dmitry Karlov's office.
you want to get out of those vents very, very quickly. Quietly, but quickly. You're in Connor, what are you up to?
Messing with security, hoping to keep them distracted from investigating any nonsense you guys get up to.
Cool.
Think cool one more time. Maybe it'll be true.
You're in the vents.
Yes.
Can you follow those vents all the way down?
All the way down?
Yes.
I mean, I made it up
Our guru is in the bottom. Our guru is in the basement.
I mean, I can navigate my way down the 5 floors I came up, and then I know how to get from 25 to 1 really quickly.
Okay.
But I can go all the way down. So
here's what I'm thinking. And don't start yelling until I finish my thoughts and my plans.
Is that for Carrie or for Katie?
Yes. but Carrie specifically. All right, here's the thing. They're not going to not have him guarded. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
We are not capable of fighting what's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the force that it's going to be at.
Okay.
I need you get down there. However close you can get to it. Get in position to extract and tell me when you're there. I will cause a distraction. A very big distraction, enough to pull as much security as possible away from the situation.
Are you doing a John McClane?
I mean, you're going to have to narrow that down. I do not currently have enough explosive to blow up the top of Andronomy Plaza. So no, I'm not doing that.
Does this involve something incredibly stupid?
Incredibly awesome? Yes.
Okay, speaking from outside your point of view, does this involve doing something incredibly stupid?
It involves taking calculated risks.
Okay,
add into your calculations that your muscle is on the way.
You know what?
Great.
That's an hour away, though.
You're a semi grown ass person. You take your calculated risks.
Have I mentioned that you are my favorite person?
No, never.
Well, now
anyways, go ahead and head down.
As for extraction, Connor will describe the sewer exit. That's off the stairway.
You should be able to get there. And honestly, worst comes to absolute worst.
I get to peck out your eyeballs and see what happened?
No, I'm not talking about me. Worst comes to worst, there's lots of bad, but it's not going to come to that, so it's fine. Worst comes to worst, try and get him into the Umbra, and it's not going to be ideal. It is fucking awful on this side, but you might have a better chance of at least getting him out and away that way.
It's like it's possible if you get into the Umbra, you can slip into my Den realm.
Yeah. Just let me know when you're in position.
Yeah, I will work my way.
I need to keep an eye on Dimitri.
I go work my way down to the basement then. Here I go.
Okay. It takes you a few minutes. You have to backtrack, get lost for a second. The fun thing about vents and pipes is that they all look the same. But eventually you do flap out into that open atrium of a stairway. You shock someone, but then immediately nosedive. And you are able to get to the first floor rather easily.
Now am I still in the vents or I'm in the out in the open?
You're out in the open at this point.
Oh goddamn. Is there an elevator to the basement or a stairway to the basement?
No.
How do I get to the fucking basement? Drill a hole? There's not an elevator. There's not a stairwell. Is there an outside door? Is there a window?
The last time you guys went there, you said you found the stairs down to the basement in the supply closet.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
The-
correct.
In the first floor supply closet?
Yeah.
Does it have a label?
We didn't see
No,
it from the
but
outside.
you didn't check from the inside part of Endron.
Ah, Jesus. So I'm just supposed to randomly fly around the first floor looking for a supply closet?
Or you can get out of the building and go in through the sewer.
You know what? That sounds
Connor,
what I'm gonna have sounds about what I'm gonna have to do.
you can give me perception and alertness difficulty 6.
That's for Connor specifically.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, what was it?
two
Perception.
rolls I've had, and it's not necessary for either time.
Don't worry, I'll hold on to that 4 for you.
Fucking hell.
Difficulty 6.
Yep.
Also 4.
4 successes. Through messing with the security guards, leading them away from their security, you've run the gamut of the first floor at this point. You have been having a great time, and you know exactly where the supplies closet is, and you can give extremely easy directions
Well, then I will do so.
wherever wherever Carrie is currently at.
Because I
guessing-
presume I've seen where the stairs going up are
Mhm.
as
Yes,
well.
I'm guessing where the stairwell
Yeah.
entry is. Yeah.
So yes, I will describe the pathing from the stairwell to the supply closet over Totem Phone.
Are you still causing chaos? Like, is anybody going to notice a bird flying across the first floor? Or are you still like running amok down there?
I presume I'm running amok.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a cat loose on the first floor. No one's going to take any affirmative action to deal with it. It's a cat.
I'm just going to fly in as inconspicuously as I can to whatever supply closet this is.
It is a door with a latch pull.
Mhm.
So honestly, you can get the door to open. It's just getting the door to swing away from
Uh-huh.
frame.
Hmm.
But if you latch your talons around that door handle and yank, you might be able to do it.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay. For that, go ahead and give me a strength in athletics. Difficulty 5. Two successes. Okay, yeah. You are able to yank that door open just enough for you to be able to let go and dive inside.
Sweet.
As you do, you are confronted with a large open room that is just filled with desks and chairs, tables, ladders. There is a black wrought iron cage in the back that has cleaning supplies and cleaning utensils. And in the far corner is a door marked stairwell.
Is it
And there is the door, which you presume leads to the outside.
okay? Is the stairwell door open?
No, but this room is all the lights are off, and no one is in here.
Where's the security camera?
There is the one security camera.
Is it one of those doors I can push, or does it have a handle?
This one's push.
I could try to push it or nudge it open enough to get through.
It takes you a few minutes, but yeah, you're able to. It takes you a few tries trying to get your force in landing right.
Uh-huh.
But after a little bit of squabbling, a little bit of throwing yourself, and one or two feathers being ripped out accidentally, you do manage your way into the stairwell, which is coming from a place of no light to stark white.
All the light.
Yeah, is a little blinding, but there is a stairwell down.
Okay.
And down that stairwell, going down that stairwell, there is a door that leads out into the sewers.
Okay. Can I find the guru pretty easily?
Going further down the stairs, all the way, you come out into a large basement, which actually has a lot of lighting. And you are noticing a massive number of generators.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that you really get bombarded with is the sound in here, because there must be 50 generators running in here, on top of whatever other electrical outlets they're using to power the rest of the building. It looks like they also have a larger power supply of some sort. Making your way a little bit further in, there is a mezzanine catwalk that you can follow. And after about a minute of flying around and navigating the space, you come into a hallway that goes from this sort of slate gray stone to everything being clinical white.
Okay.
And it goes from concrete flooring to tile. And before too long, you make another turn and you are confronted with a room filled about 100-foot long.
Mm-hmm.
Is the main walkway of this room, and both sides are just glass walls all the way down.
Okay.
Most of them are empty. And as you are going by, something catches your eye just to the right of you, before a large figure slams into one of the glass walls. 9 foot tall, covered in mangy fur, bits of its flesh rotting and falling off. What looks like crazed Garou is just slamming its body repeatedly into this glass, trying to get at you. There is no intelligence behind the eyes. It is just pure fury and chaos.
Guys,
Mm-hmm.
I found the guru.
Okay.
It's
We're
in
good to-
it's in quite a state.
Define
That's
quite a
probably
state.
That's probably not the guru we're looking for.
Yeah, this one's rather mangy and bloody and trying to kill me.
The Cairn mentioned that they brought beasts that were not quite like a regular spiral along their attack run.
Wait,
Okay.
so what?
Are any of these other cages that Are these other rooms have anybody in?
Going further down, there are two more of those same creatures that flail. The third one doesn't immediately slam against the glass to look at you. It takes a defensive position and watches. It is still that mangy wolf with flesh bits falling every so often. But it is stalking and following you very much the way a wolf trying to find its prey, trying to sneak on its prey would do.
Guys, what does our guru look like?
I will give a description of Icebreaker because I've actually seen him.
Not like the one you're looking at. At the far end of the room is one last. You see one last figure, and it is a beaten up gentleman. That you can recognize Icebreaker on sight. He looks. His face is going to need some time to heal. And the things that stick out looking at him are the large silver collar around his neck, just about an inch away, with spikes pointing inward, just touching into the skin.
Lucky you're not allergic to silver.
Yep. Bad news, worm. Nobody expects the Corvid Inquisition.
I found the new subtitle for the episode.
Guys, how about this description? And I give a description of the.
Yep.
That's our boy.
Okay. Here's the question. Because I'm new at this.
17.
No.
42.
Do I need to stay in Corvid form, or can I go back to human form?
I mean,
you can switch back and forth.
Yeah, you can switch back as you need to. My recommendation would be try and find a way into that cell so you can get that collar off if possible. Because I'm pretty certain that collar is what's keeping him from just shifting out of here.
Do I see anything that could possibly let him out of the cell?
There's another series of air vents.
And up I go.
These ones are, once you are able to get into it, you won't be able to fly for this. You're going to have to walk around in this vent.
That's fine.
Because it is very cramped and does not have the full extent for a wingspan.
Okay.
Good thing you're a small bird.
Yeah, I will I'll hoof it.
Mm-hmm. It takes no time, basically no time at all, but hopping her way to victory. You end up being able to slip into the air vent for Icebreaker's cell. The lights currently are at a dim. They're not. You would think that these are just like base security lights, just enough light for the camera to be able to catch movement, but not enough to illuminate the entire place bright as fuck.
Okay, guys, I'm in the cell.
Okay, are you ready for my distraction?
Can I get a clear idea on what I'm doing exactly before you start distracting?
How good are you at picking locks?
You need to get that.
That's a nice thing to have.
That's a good question.
Two things. One of two things. Either you can get that law. Actually, this is gonna sound cruel, and it's not. It is, but it's also factual.
Okay.
If you take that collar off of him right now, there
Mhm.
is a greater than even chance that that motherfucker is going to frenzy in there,
Okay.
and we will have a dead Guru.
Okay.
If you don't take the collar off and you get him out of that cell and you get him into the sewers where he can be picked up, or where
Mhm.
we can extract him and then remove the collar, we can remove the collar at a time when he's not going to go Guru.
Okay.
And by go Guru, I don't mean shift into cryos. I mean do what a Guru is going to do.
Great. God, I really need to read more. That's Carrie, not Katie.
Right.
But okay, so from the inside of the cell, is there any way that I can see of getting out?
So there is a door to each one of these cells.
Okay.
The thing that sticks out, though, is there is no handle on the inside.
Okay.
It is a flat piece of glass. Whatever the same super strong material
Mm-hmm.
that the other werewolves are throwing their whole bodies against and not breaking.
Not breaking it.
Is there an access panel on the outside to open it?
Yes, there is a small number pad.
Oh.
As you're flying in there and trying to figure these things out, you hear movement as Icebreaker shuffles to sit up against the wall and sort of looks over at you slowly, blinks twice. The fuck? Okay, that's new. How the fuck a bird get in here?
Yeah, okay. This is for Kitty. Can Guru tell another were creature?
Not without a specific gift, which he probably can't use right now because of that silver collar.
The silver collar.
Even if he has it.
I mean, it's fairly obvious you're probably not a normal crow. The fact that you're here.
Yeah.
He has not taken his eye off you, though.
There's a gift called Scent of the True Form that will actually identify a shapeshifter, but other than that, he's just got context clues to go off of.
How's your Morse code?
Non-existent.
More important question, how's his Morse code? If you're just like tap, 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 and he's like, what the fuck?
That spells nothing. What are you doing? Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Your distraction. What are you doing?
Yeah, I did kind of say, okay, go. I stick my head back through the fog.
Okay.
He's still looking down at his whatever the fuck monstrosity thing he's doing, right?
Mhm.
Harry joins my head in this side of the in this side of the fog. I cock it back audibly, go Avon calling, and shoot him.
Go ahead and roll for it. Evil. Jesus Christ.
That is my favorite preamble line to attacking someone ever. Especially because it's not the first
Oh.
time I've heard it used.
Actually, before I do that, I am shifting into because I have a brain. I am shifting into Manabozo form.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna roll that shit out. I'm a primal urge.
You can
Fine.
take a second. Yeah.
There we go. Now I do it. Because I like being able to soak damage that's going to be coming my way, and also having 7 dice on a dex roll for an attack. Dex firm. Dex. Really? It hit. Good enough.
Yep.
I'm not trying to kill this guy. I'm not going to kill him. I'm just trying to get his attention and make him mad.
Avon calling.
Let me roll the damage. I'm assuming he didn't dodge.
No. You caught it.
Bing!
The bullet, it doesn't go wide. It does connect. It just goes across the side of one of these things' head, just beside the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And all 3 heads look up at you.
Hi, Dimitri. And I'm turning and running.
That's where we're in for the week.
Sweet.
Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.